If you were not a filmmaker,
I would have been in the military.
Why military?
I was actually joining.
And then what happened?
And then Daystar happened.
Yes.
Just before the military. And my sister told me, enda shule. I grew up in Mombasa. I was born and raised in Mombasa. I grew up in a family of 6, a family of creatives. And I'm a 5th born. And quite a big age difference between firstborn, secondborn, and myself. So my elder siblings were already in theatre and they were very active in theatre. In local theatre within Mombasa, within the estate where we grew up, within the local churches where we grew up. And when they went to school, my dad was a big believer of boarding school. When they went to school and participated in drama festival, when they would come back home, you can imagine the stories I would hear. So I got a lot of that influence from them, of storytelling. And I think I was inducted into that theatre.
Where did your interest in producing soap operas particularly start from?
Specifically soap operas, specifically telenovelas, that genre. I think around between 2010 and 2012, I just went on a journey just, watching Kenyan TV. And I realized we were doing a lot of dramas, a lot of local dramas and very good dramas. But immediately after the dramas, the next content will be Mexican telenovelas.
Yeah.
So then, it started bothering me. Then why can't we have Kenyan telenovelas? Because the reason why the telenovelas were not going away is because they were popular. And there's one which I followed for a while on Citizen TV. I think it was called Soy Tuduana. And I began to understand why they're popular with the masses. So then I went into a journey of trying to create a local telenovela. And one of the things I realized is most of telenovelas they are anchored on a cultural background.
Yeah.
Especially the Mexican ones. So Selena was
that
quite
stole
something.
our hearts.
Yeah.
In Ushago, in the town, everywhere. And you read how many episodes of Selena?
970 episodes of
970 episodes. And you had a lot of my students for attachment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for, and Selena has been, we've seen many careers birthed. Selena is, I wish we documented a lot of those processes for future production. In Kenya, we are not very good in documenting what we do.
True.
But it several things, and some of those things I cannot boast that we knew what we were doing. I can only say we were really intentional of making something good. But Selena redefined Swahili telenovelas in this region, not only country. It also redefined how audiences watch. It brought back the ritualistic aspect of TV, which is what telenovelas are anchored on. The whole idea that I can't miss today's episode. There are 2 sets of work. There's work that is commissioned. By commission for viewers. These are work that we don't own the copyright. We are producing on behalf of a client or a broadcaster. And then there's work that is licensed. Those are the work that we own the copyright. So for the work that we own the copyright, I have not been very successful with product placement. I think it's also quite a foreign concept within this region. Or it could be that sometimes because the turnaround is going to be long, because a film, by the time you shoot and when you release, it's almost 1 year. On average, it's a year.
Yes. The campaign strategy of the product owner has already lapsed.
It lapsed. The owner has already moved on. So that has not been quite successful. So our next film is called Tides. And Tides is I think it's a beautiful film, and I think it's a different film.
Is.
Not because it's produced by Reuben.
It is a beautiful film because I am in it, guys. I am in it.
Because Zippy is in it, and I always love working with Zippy once in a while. But also because Tides has a musical aspect to it. My lead characters in Tides, they sing in a band. And so we were forced to record original music. And our music director and composer is Silayo. So what makes it unique is that we'll be releasing a film and then also we'll be releasing
The
an
music.
album. Tides is coming to cinemas. The premiere is on the 8th of August. Buy your tickets now. I don't know if they're still there or they're selling out. We'll be having, we're calling the premiere the Tides Experience because you're launching a film and you're launching an album, live experience by Silayo. And then after that, Tides will be in the cinemas for 10 days on almost all the cinemas around the country, which then it will go to streaming.
Welcome to the Power Narrative Podcast, and today we have Reuben Odanga. Reuben Odanga is a producer and director extraordinaire. I think this is one of the few filmmakers and TV producers in this country who are creating an impact in the industry. Keep it here and you can be able to join us and learn how to make it in this industry. Karibu sana Reuben.
Asante.
Tell us about Multan Productions. Kwanza hiyo jina nasikiaga najiuliza. Aladdin, nasikia Aladdin.
Oh my. Thanks, Zippy, for having me here, and thank you for this. This is good to see people who are in academia, but also they are practically, teaching and doing what they're teaching.
Thank you.
Yeah. So about Multan, I usually try to avoid this story because it has a long explanation, but I'll keep it short. Multan is my sister's name. Yeah, I just I made it fancy, but her name was Tabitha Muritani Odanga, so I just made it Multan Production. Unfortunately, she passed on some 16 years ago. We'd already registered Multan. And then I've never seen a reason of why not to change it. So it has always stuck.
No, it's a powerful name, and you've made it more powerful.
Yeah. So that's what
Multan is.
Yeah, that's what Multan is. Yeah.
And Reuben, you've created such a great impact in our industry, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I think many people in the industry continue trusting producers to create more series and more episodes and soap operas. Where did your interest in producing soap operas particularly start from?
Specifically soap operas, specifically telenovelas, that genre. I think around between 2010 and 2012, I just went on a journey just, watching Kenyan TV. And I realized we were doing a lot of dramas, a lot of local dramas and very good dramas. But immediately after the dramas, the next content will be Mexican telenovelas.
Yeah.
So then, it started bothering me. Then why can't we have Kenyan telenovelas? Because the reason why the telenovelas were not going away is because they were popular. And there's one which I followed for a while on Citizen TV. I think it was called Soy Tuduana. And I began to understand why they're popular with the masses. So then I went into a journey of trying to create a local telenovela. And one of the things I realized is most of telenovelas they are anchored on a cultural background.
Yeah.
Especially the Mexican ones. It's interesting, but because now I'm in school and I'm specifically studying telenovelas, but the Mexican ones are very different from the Brazilian ones and
because of the different cultures.
But specifically the Mexican one is very heavily anchored on culture, horses, farm, big industry, and very melodramatic.
Yeah.
So then my first attempt on a telenovela, then the only culture that was close to what you can define Kenyan culture was Swahili culture. So then that's how I decided to anchor it.
Everyone could identify with Swahili.
Yes, that's how I decided to anchor it in Mombasa and give it. And also Swahili is a very romantic. Yeah, and I tried to con this terminology, Swahili telenovela. And then it stuck. And it picked up very well. And my first attempt, that particular show, even though it was, when I look back, I'm like, what were we filming?
Which show was that?
It was called Saida.
Oh, Saida.
Yeah, it was so basic. But it still won Kalasha 2014, beating the likes of Mali and the likes of there used to
I
be
think
another
because
one,
it spoke to
Lies That-
people's heart.
yeah. So already I could tell that there's something interesting here. And after that,
Then we came to Selena.
then I went to Nira,
Uh-huh.
which was an attempt of trying to do Kenya, Tanzania telenovela, which also did well, but it was licensed. Saida was licensed, Nira was licensed. Then I did another one called Nuru
I
for
remember
Zuku,
Nuru. Yeah.
also licensed. But Nuru did not do well not because of the story, but because it was only 13 episodes. Telenovela, they thrive in the longevity.
Because that was among the episodes that that Zuku started with.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And then now after that now came in Selena.
Selena.
So Selena was
that
quite
stole
something.
our hearts.
Yeah.
In Ushago, in the town, everywhere. And you read how many episodes of Selena?
970 episodes of
970 episodes.
Yeah.
And you had a lot of my students for attachment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for, and Selena has been, we've seen many careers birthed through Selena. Yeah,
Actually, I think almost all the students who came to Selena as attaches, they've made it in the industry.
Good to hear that. Yeah.
Speaking of people like Nancy Alwatch.
Yes. A very
they
serious
started there and they've
production
made
designer.
It big now.
Yes. Selena is. I wish we documented a lot of those processes for future production. In Kenya, we are not very good in documenting what we do.
True.
But it several things, and some of those things I cannot boast that we knew what we were doing. I can only say we were really intentional of making something good. But Selena redefined Swahili telenovelas in this region, not only country. It also redefined how audiences watch. It brought back the ritualistic aspect of TV, which is what telenovelas are anchored on. The whole idea that, hey, I can't miss today's episode. I can't.
And I think it brought back the feeling we used to have when we were growing up. There was Tausi and Lea Mwana.
Yes, Lea Mwana. And No One But You. Skavra Isaura. So I think those elements, and it was happening at an era of HD. So it also brought back the whole idea of aspirational living and wardrobe and style.
Yes.
And that was
style,
something. Yeah.
At least for the first time in a Kenyan production, people saw fashion.
Yes, fashion and hair. My biggest budget used to go on hair.
On hair.
Oh man, I used to spend a lot of money on hair.
And big houses,
big houses, and lots of wide shorts, and people are living and they're waking up with makeup. And they're in their house and they're walking with stilettos, and so that was something. It was a first in many ways. It defined a lot of things on Kenyan television for that season of time.
I think for women, we are like, thank you. It portrayed as well. It at least is one of the telenovelas we can say as Kenyan women, it gave a good portrayal of our struggles. There are those struggles that were real, but it did not give us. Sometimes portrayal of women in films is always reduced to, let me say, begging or let me put it like what? Begging, prostitutes, secretaries, and, helpless housewives. But Selena gave us character. It gave us power. It gave the women something like, oh, I can look up to that woman. She has power. She has land.
Wow.
She has... So for us... Your work has really been studied a lot at the master's level by students.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to read those papers. It'd be nice. Yeah. And we had a very good team at Mnet, because Selena was commissioned. So the team at Mnet then really, really supported us. Jackie Nyanzwa, Margaret Madore, just generally the Mnet team really, really backed and supported Selena. Not only financially, but also from the creative point of view, in making decision, in allowing us to dare some things and dream and import shoes and vase. When the accountant is saying,
no, those other ones, or where do you take all that you import?
No, they belong to client, so you still take them back to client.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. But I remember there's a season we were very intentional that, the things we want people to see, they should be things that you cannot find in local stores. So so some of things would import. They're not necessarily expensive, but the idea is that's different.
Character.
And character. Yes. So a lot of effort and a lot of people behind the scene who made it possible. Yeah.
Thank you. Where did all this begin?
Okay, so I feel like I've said this story again and again, but so I grew up in Mombasa. I was born and raised in Mombasa. I grew up in a family of 6, a family of creatives, and I'm a 5th born, and quite a big age difference between firstborn, secondborn, and myself. So my elder siblings were already in theater, and they were very active in theater. In local theater within Mombasa, within the estate where we grew up, within the local churches where we grew up. And when they went to school, my dad was a big believer of boarding school. When they went to school and participated in drama festival, when they would come back home, you can imagine the stories I would hear. So I got a lot of that influence from them, of storytelling. And I think I was inducted into that theater.
So your family is like a Michael Jackson family where everyone is an artist.
Yes, yes. But unfortunately for us, then for them, and I sometimes I think I'm very lucky, because in the 80s and 90s, what can you do with theater?
Yeah. So
immediately after high school, it ends there. You can do a little bit of community theater, and then you find a job, and you have to move on. So all of us were in theater, but I'm the only one who is still in the arts. All of them have moved into serious jobs. But they're still very passionate. Some of them still serve in church. In the drama department. You'll see those small stints. One of them never misses drama festival galas.
Oh, nice. I think once it's in you, it's hard to let it go.
Yeah. And I also consult a lot of my stories with them, and they come watch my shows, give me the feedback. They're my biggest fans. Also, they give me criticism. So they're still in that space. But I'm the only one who is pursuing it as a career.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Reuben, tell us about your work, because beyond Selena, some people might be wondering, Selena ended. So where are we going next with Reuben? Because you've also done films and they've really done well. Your films are on Netflix. Yeah, and I've acted in them.
Yeah. So from my research, I just realized that the mass market wants telenovelas.
Yes.
And because I branded myself, I positioned myself like a guy who does Swahili telenovelas, then most of the jobs I got after Saida kept on becoming telenovelas, and after Selena. So far, we have produced almost, I was doing that calculation recently, slightly above 1,500 episodes of telenovela that have gone on air.
Wow.
Cumulatively. But that doesn't necessarily mean telenovela is the only thing that I can do. I think I'm very passionate about drama generally. But I have a bias, I think, and this is my own just reasoning, I think with our audiences, our mass market audiences, I need to use that word carefully, because we have this audience, some of us who came to Nairobi and a bit more modest, modest and advanced. And we think all Kenyan stories are boring. But I think the majority of Kenyans, love is such a universal theme that if you touch it, you never go wrong.
Yeah, true.
But apart from that, I've always wanted to venture into drama. I want to venture into action. We did our first feature film called Nafsi around 2020. We were literally just testing waters. We didn't know, because the unfortunate thing also about the Kenyan space is there's very little data. We don't produce at the same rate our audiences are consuming. Okay, so and Nafsi, you're just literally just testing waters, but it did very well. We did 8 weeks in Kenyan cinema.
That was the first time we had a Kenyan film on a billboard, eh?
Yes. Yes. We were trying things. We picked a lot of lessons from that, which we are now trying to implement to do better. It went on Netflix. It's done 3 years on Netflix. It did very well. I've tried to venture into short forms like More Fire, which is a drama. But even in the drama, you can see some elements of telenovela in it. And I'm working on other projects that are not necessarily telenovela.
Yeah.
Some of them maybe next year or the other year. Yeah, but I still find love being at the center of
the
yeah, and love doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love, but just the whole idea that love is a universal, powerful,
Language,
binding
yeah.
language factor that all human beings sort of like ascribe or are familiar to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now to the question that we all love and we all hate.
Yes.
You know it.
Money.
Yes.
Oh
Where
my.
does Reuben, you're an independent filmmaker,
Yeah.
an independent TV producer. When you are not commissioned, where does the money come from? Maybe I'll just connect it with another question. Like, do you also have product placements in your work?
So there are two sets of work. There's work that is commissioned. By commission for viewers, these are work that we don't own the copyright. We are producing on behalf of a client or a broadcaster. And then there's work that is licensed. Those are the work that we own the copyright. So for the work that we own the copyright, I have not been very successful with product placement. I think it's also quite a foreign concept in within this region, or it could be that sometimes because the turnaround is going to be long, because a film, by the time you shoot and when you release, it's almost 1 year. On average, it's a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
The campaign strategy of the product owner has already lapsed.
It lapsed. The owner has already moved on. So that has not been quite successful. But with our latest film, we've had, I'll not call them product placement, but we've had companies and we have had partners who have been able to either give us discounts, which ideally, if you factor that into your budget, it takes quite a big margin on your budget lines. And we've had like 4 companies that have come through, and I hope that that's a trend that can.
So which film is this? Maybe tell us about it.
So our next film is called Tides, and Tides is I think it's a beautiful film, and I think it's a different film. Is. Not because it's produced by Reuben.
It is a beautiful film because I am in it, guys. Because I am in it.
Because Zippy is in it, and I always love working with Zippy once in a while. But also because Tides has a musical aspect to it. My lead characters in Tides, Sarah. They sing in a band, and so we were forced to record original music. And our music director and composer is Silayo. So what makes it unique is that we'll be releasing a film, and then also we'll be releasing an album, which is almost 14, 15.
And Silaya is a great artist. There are people who don't know her background, but if you are just to be able to look up to what she's done before, it was the MTV music competition, or what was it?
It was Cora Awards.
Cora Awards,
I think 204, 205.
Yeah.
Plus many other awards that she's won. She's been to... she's done The Voice in Netherlands, I think twice. And she's done quite some amazing work outside this country. It's just that sometimes this country, we don't know how to celebrate our people. But
our time will come. I always say everything has its time.
So we're collaborating with Silayo. We're collaborating with Sarah Hassan, who is our lead actress. We have Real Boogie, who is also one of our lead actors. We have Mine Kariuki. We have a gentleman from South Africa called Dumisani Mbebe.
So this is an international film.
We have Dr. Zippy Okoth.
Yes, guys, I am in an international film.
We have quite a good ensemble of people, and I think it's a beautiful, interesting
and
piece.
Even the crew that were there are really a crew that have been exposed to work even in international jobs.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So, and that's why I said we picked a lot of lessons from NAFSI. We tried to implement in this one. We are going to the cinemas. We hope that Kenyans will come and watch. We intentionally shot it for cinema. Unlike NAFSI, where we're just shooting a film. Now we intentionally shot it for cinema. We are intentionally doing a final mix for music for cinema. So if you really want to experience and enjoy the live band experience, I think cinema will be great. Will be great for you. The stereo. Yeah.
Tell us where this film was shot.
This film was, I can say 90% of it is filmed in Mombasa. 10% of it is filmed in Nairobi. in terms of setting. And we had quite a big cast. We had the support from Redefined, who came through a loan facility, the Hartford Creatives. And also through that, we took in 15 apprentices who had just come out from a Netflix Redefined scholarship that we took them through. They went through the film with us in a sort of like trying to find their voice and find their footing in the industry.
And when you talk about Mombasa, that a lot of the scenes, 90% are the coast, people should imagine how expensive it is to take cast and crew who are mainly from Nairobi to keep them
in Mombasa. Yeah. It's very expensive.
3 weeks or how long was it?
It's very expensive. For almost 10 days. Yeah. It's very expensive.
Yes. And remember, there is the Reiki that you have to come.
I did Reiki like 4 times.
Exactly.
And then just, apart from the financial burden, also just the emotional burden. At some age, you just want to be home. So being away, you can't be away for too long.
Yes.
You can't be away for too long. But the nature and the setting of the film demanded that the film to be at the coast.
Let me tell you, the film is beautiful. Like you're shooting a film and then at some point you're watching a scene and you're like, you forget, I'm also an actor here. It's a beautiful film. I read the whole script. I did not just my parents. So I was like, I am enjoying being part of this because I know the sequence. So that's really a beautiful film. Tell us about the writer.
So I wrote the film. It's been in the works for a while. I wrote the film and I directed. And one of the reasons why I wrote the film is because I just didn't have budget to hire a writer. I'm just being honest. Yeah. But also in my writing, I'm usually surrounded by very strong script editors. One of them is Mona Umbogo and Simiyu Baraza. And I'm very open to criticism and collaboration because I know I have blind spots and I can be biased to my, way of thinking. Yeah. So I'd like to step away from writing and producing, writing and directing. But, by the time when we were doing the writing for the film, because we only had a dream, I had to, maybe when you sell the film, I'll be able to pay myself. So I had to put in my own effort and write. Yeah.
Now, I think it's not really wrong to do that because sometimes in the industry, people make it sound like, wrong to say that you are the writer, director, producer, you've done that. But it's not just a budget issue. A lot of many filmmakers, even if you look at the Hollywood that we so much look up to, even India that produces, is it 3 films per day?
Correct.
You'll find a lot of writers are writer-director. Yes. Or director-producer. And that's the norm because for independent filmmaking, there has to be a sense of ownership. And the sense of ownership is basically in writer, director, producer.
Yes.
So
correct.
I don't think we should feel guilty about that.
Yeah.
Because that's what the industry has allowed us to. Not just because of finances, but because most of the people who made it big, most of them have this story of when I started, I took my script to many people and nobody accepted it. So I decided, let me write and produce.
Yes.
Or let me write and direct. And so if that's where we're coming from, then it's that belief in yourself like, if people can believe that I could write and direct, then you move with that and it's okay.
Yeah. And I agree with you because also when you look at it, when you reflect keenly, we are such a young industry.
Yeah.
We've just been exposed.
Yes.
But in terms of the actual years we've been making films, we are such a young industry. And sometimes we fail because we compare ourselves with Hollywood. And we want to compare ourselves with India. And these guys have been doing things for 100 years. With support from government and all these agencies.
Even
us guys are borrowing money, taking loans, getting favors, trying to make it work.
And using your house, your children, your house and everything. Yes.
So sometimes you're right. You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah. And when we look at even in Africa, we are still top 5. But even within the top 5, people like Nigeria, and I keep saying this, they started training in theater and film in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
In Kenya, we started in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
That alone is a big difference. If we're talking about films like Out of Africa being made in Kenya, it was made in Kenya, not by Kenyans. So there's still a lot a lot of journey. We are not yet 30 years old
Yeah.
in the film industry, so we are still.
But we have done a lot.
We are still youth.
Yeah, we are still youth, but we have done a lot.
We've done a lot.
I think in terms of quality, in terms of equipment, in terms, I think we have locked it.
Exactly. We can no longer complain of sound.
Yeah. We just need to unlock our distribution.
Exactly.
We need to build communities and around what we are doing, a fan base and stuff like that. But in terms of can our content compete?
It can.
It can. Yes. And we are working with very, very low budgets in reference to what people like in South Africa or Nigeria are working with. Yeah. And we're still able to compete.
Because we are very passionate people. Kenyans, we say when we like something, when we love something, we do it with all our heart.
Very resilient. Yeah, that's very true.
And that can be seen in everything. Reuben, on to something that you have really done to change the welfare of artists in this country, especially the ones you've worked with. Tell us about what it means to be an employer. Not just a filmmaker or a producer, to be an employer and looking at the things the government requires us to have, NHIF, now it's SHA. SHA, NSSF and all that. What do you think it takes to make the artist believe they need this?
Oh, that's a very loaded question, but
you've done it.
Yes. I think one, we just need to, is just the belief and the intention to do the right thing. Sometimes some of these things are in the budget, but you find producers who want to cut down because you want to save money. I don't know why producing, there's a sense of definition that producing is about cutting down budgets. When you start producing long formats, after 3 months, you realize your issues are no longer creative. Your issues are HR issues. Because that living room you're shooting, Selena, how many angles can you take the shot? So you almost like have a template of how you can go around it. Then your issues now start becoming human resource issues. And all of us want this to be our career, yet we don't want to treat it like a career. So that's why I'm very intentional with the people I work. And I use this phrase, which I learned from someone else. I said, if you're working for a bank, you'll not behave this way. So it's very important that you
have to keep time, respect.
You'll not come to office. You'll not come to office drunk.
Exactly. You'll be well dressed and clean.
Thank you. Yeah. So for us to elevate our craft, we intentionally must start from within. But also creatives, speaking as a producer who has been an actor, I think generally creatives, you're very exposed. Our work involves, unlike other professions, we don't only deal with things that don't affect us. Whatever we work with comes from within. And like accountants, they can type numbers. It does not matter how they feel that day.
Because you see, we are reenacting this story.
Correct.
And then we realize, this is my story. This is a story about somebody I know.
Correct.
So it really gets into you more than it will get into a normal person.
So we haven't done a good job in creating structures to protect creatives after, the curtains, the show has ended. Both in mental health, just general health, general welfare.
So how did you convince your team that they need health insurance?
Yeah, so the beauty about long formats is that you can play around with numbers because then it's called what of scale. Yeah, but you can be able to play around with numbers. And what happened in this case is that we looked at what the money we had for insurance, and we said as a company, ideally another person would have used that money for insuring equipment. Yeah, because it's not very clear. It just says insurance.
Very rampant thing around.
Yeah, but people come first. People should come first, I think. So we looked at what we had, and we realized we don't have enough to cover for full insurance. So we spoke to, who did we talk to? We talked to an agent. And told us this is how much you have, and can you try and create a package for us? So they created a package for us that was not for what I can say, Group A hospitals. It was for still good hospitals, but across the country.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I can mention names, but, it's not our Nairobi hospital or whatever, but hospitals that are good enough. And it had...
Let me say our district hospitals, all our district hospitals.
Yeah.
So start from there.
And it had dental, it had... did it have maternity? I cannot remember.
Our maternity is almost automatic.
Yeah, but it had a bit of everything.
Yeah.
It had a bit of everything. But the challenge now I didn't have money to pay for NHIF then.
Yeah.
So then the deal I had with the cast and crew then is, look, I can get you this package for insurance, but you pay for your own NHIF. Because then NHIF, the way it was structured then,
you must have NHIF.
They go together. Otherwise, your insurance will be depleted,
very fast.
Yeah, very fast. Yeah. And it worked very well. I think by the time we're getting into COVID, it really, really shielded us. Most of the people. I had some few actors who were admitted, and it really, really came through. Yeah, it really, really came through during that period of time. Yeah, and I think it's something the Producers Guild and the Kenya Actors Guild need to push for any show that is being commissioned. I think that needs to be a bare minimum that we shouldn't be able to discuss. Because I saw in another project that I produced, this one I can mention because Kevin Joe is my friend. The MTV Sugar allowed us to create a package for mental health.
Oh, good.
And we had someone who...
Because even, for us, it also helps with the derolling.
Correct.
Yeah, because you are from a very intense scene.
Correct.
And then you're like, oh, I've wrapped, bye. And somebody's going there thinking deep, everything replaying their real life and that.
Yeah.
People never think of how that really affects us.
Yeah. In More Fire, there's a scene we shot, a gun scene the whole night where these boys are robbing. And by the time it's getting to 5 a.m, you can even see in their walk and in their whatever, they think they are robbers. Or they think so you have to deroll them and tell them, hey, Tobit, you're Tobit. Yeah, you're not. But I was telling you about this package by SAF, which really helped many creatives access those facilities, and many were assisted. And it had a lot of privacy because I never got to know how many people went or their names.
That's good.
I just used to get an invoice with the number of people who have gone to access those services. And I think we need to start discussing bare minimum.
So what is SAF? For those who don't know.
So SAF is Stay Alive Foundation. And Stay Alive Foundation was then a foundation by MTV. And Stay Alive Foundation is the one that produced Sugar Mashariki Season 1. Okay. I think now things have changed. I think now there's Sugar Global. I'm not very sure. So forgive me if I get that wrong. Yeah. Yeah, so Sugar was the brand. Sugar is the brand, but the company behind
Stay Alive Foundation.
SAF, yeah.
Oh, thank you for that. Reuben, now I want us to come back to you.
Yeah. Again.
To you again. You've taken us to the industry. What exactly drives you? What are your, I can say, these are my 3 fundamental core values. This is what has shaped me. This was what has made me, has taken me this far.
God. Sounds cliche.
No. It's not cliche. It's never cliche.
I think my love for God, and this does not necessarily mean I'm spiritual.
And there's nothing wrong if you're spiritual.
But I genuinely just ascribe to Scripture.
Yeah.
And I desire that I can do better as a person. And because of that, then how I view people and how I view my workplace is very different. That's my church, in quotes.
Yeah.
The impact I have on you is very important to me because I see that it's beyond this project we are doing. This impact should take you generations down the line. So I try to be diligent in that front. Talent, I really hope that the generation after us will not have to struggle, do the heavy lifting like what we are doing. That this could be a profession.
At least we make the path for them.
Yeah. And that this could be a proper profession that, things are changing because now banks are beginning to understand our language. some organizations are beginning to understand. They talk about around creative economies happening.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I hope we can build it and elevate it to a point where it's truly a proper career. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many have I mentioned? 2, 3, my family. Oh yeah. I love my people. Yeah. Both nuclear and extended. Yeah.
We can see that from the way you've talked about them.
I am Baba girls.
Yeah,
so,
Baba girls.
Yeah, so you know what girls do to their fathers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But genuinely, I think, and my wife has played a very important role. The risks you've taken to do some of these projects, like NAFSI, we funded it from our own money. Tides.
That takes a lot of support,
Yeah.
To say it's okay, you can take this family funds.
Yeah, because that could have been a house somewhere, or it could have been a plot somewhere. Even Tides took a lot of support. So if you have a wife like that one, if you have someone who gets you, and understand what you're trying to build, it makes the journey a little bit easier. Yeah.
So when you are not directing, producing, writing, what do you do?
Long drives. Yeah, I love the village. If I get any opportunity to sneak to the village, I'm there. I grew up at the coast, so the beach doesn't do it for me so much.
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask. To the village in coast or village?
No, I grew up in coast. My other home is Mumias, so the beach doesn't do magic for me.
Because that's
but the village,
town.
Oh my Lord, I don't know. Maybe I'm growing old, but I love the village. I love long drives.
So, if you were not a filmmaker,
I would have been in the military.
Why military?
I was actually joining.
And then what happened?
And then Daystar happened just before the military. and my sister told me, Enda shule.
But you could just still have joined military as a cadet.
I think I would have been very frustrated by now. after Daystar I tried and
after Daystar you tried again.
Yeah, but I think no. I was just desperate for work, and the whole idea that I'm home, I'm not doing anything. And I come from a nuclear family, extended family, where most of my cousins are in the military. So when you're growing up, it looks cool in those uniforms. Nothing wrong. But after some time, then you grow up and no, it's not for me. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned something at the beginning that you're studying telenovelas.
Yeah. I don't know if this is no, I'll not talk about that today.
You still don't want to share that?
It's too early today. Yeah.
Don't worry, whatever time you'll share it.
Yeah, okay.
Just know that you really inspire a lot of people, and not just young people. You really inspire a lot of people in the industry. There's that hope of, I can make it in the industry. If Reuben made it, I can make it,
Thank you.
Sometimes we do not see how much impact we have created. But looking back at some of the people who really made this industry worthwhile, it's someone like you, Happy Matere.
The late Happy.
Matere. Feel it, they've also done these telenovelas.
Oh, yeah.
Lulu Hassan. So it is not just about you guys and what's the name? Daudi Angoka. Yeah. So they are around, you guys are around only 5, 6.
5, 7. And Lucy Njoro Uba.
Yes. Lucy was my classmate. How cool are you? Lucy Mwangi.
Yes. Maseno.
Exactly. So you are few, but the few of you are giving employment to over 1,000 artists.
Thank you.
Combined per year.
Thank you.
So people are having food on their table. People are paying rent and school fees for their children because the 6 of you have decided not to stop no matter how hard it gets.
Thank you.
COVID came and went, but you decided we are still going to produce. While some people are too scared to start. Some people are too scared even to go on. So you have really held the industry, and that is not easy. So we will always, your name will always be there. If we start the Hall of Fame, tutaanza na nyinyi.
Thank you.
Yeah, so now I want you to choose one and talk about it. You can give us, you're a storyteller. Give us a story why you've chosen it.
pick this one for friends.
Yes.
I think it's one thing to have family, but if they're not your friends, also it's another thing. So I'm grateful for people who I work with, people who I live with, people who I interact with, who our relationship has surpassed what nature, life, work could have brought us together and made it intentional that we are now beyond that and we are friends. I think I value friends. Maybe I think I'm an empath. So I value friends. I value, and I'm very loyal to my friends. So yeah, I think this one surpasses a lot of this. All these are important.
All these are important.
But I think
for now,
yeah,
because then you've told us about God and family. Yes.
I was telling someone in another podcast that I was just going through the book. This is 2026, earlier this year. No, last year when we were shooting actually Tides.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was going through Psalms and I was surprised how David talks to God as if he's
just here.
He's just here.
Yes.
How good friends were they? I envy that. So I think this defines a lot of makes all these other ones have meaning and significance. Yeah. So I'll go with friends. Yeah.
Okay, I think since it is gonna be July when people are going to be seeing this,
yes,
you can tell us when the movie Tides is premiering, where and all that.
Yeah, Tides. Oof.
So you can.
Tides is coming to cinemas. The premieres on the 8th of August. Buy your tickets now. I don't know if they're still there or they're selling out. We'll be having we're calling the premiere the Tides Experience because we're launching a film. And you're launching an album, live experience by Silayo. And then after that, Tides will be in the cinemas for 10 days on almost all the cinemas around the country, which then it will go to streaming. But this should be the biggest thing coming out in Kenya this year. So don't miss it.
That's world release or national release?
World premiere.
World premiere.
Yeah. It will be a nice experience to have you come watch Tides. Yeah.
Where do they get the tickets?
The tickets should be on mook.com, but also if you come to our website, multan.co.ke, or if you follow our socials, you'll find the tickets. If you are going to the cinema, you just walk into the cinema and buy your tickets or buy online, depending which cinema place you're going to.
Okay. So guys, that is this is Reuben Odanga, and I'll just talk about Tides also. Please come and watch Tides on 8th of August at any cinema. If you miss the premiere, it's going to be showing at the cinemas for a period of time because this is going to be the biggest launch. Umesikia majina ziko hapo, eh? Sarah Hassan, Dr. Zippy, of course, the one and only. And my scene, hi!
Zippy, you're very bold. You're very, very bold.
Guys, lazima mwone Tides, bana. By the way, I've not told them I was flown to Mombasa to shoot that movie.
That's your producer for you.
That's a producer. Yeah, so this is it's a very important film looking at serious issues of life. What does it take to make it in this life? The film really takes us through trajectory of personal, what do I call it? Personal challenges, marital challenges, and just what life is about. I won't tell you all that because if I tell you, utakuja kuona nini. But if you hear Sarah Hassan is there, Boogie is there, Dr. Zip is there,
Dumisani Mbebe, Mini karaoke.
Guys, these are serious people and produced and written, directed by the one and only Reuben Odanga. If you've watched a lot of his works, then you know that this is definitely one of the films that you're going to have and to enjoy. And it's going to be the film of the year and the premiere of the year. And the premiere of the year. I think maybe if those who miss the premiere, you can always ensure every screening is a premiere.
It's a premiere, maybe. Maybe if you take it to Eldoret, Mombasa, yeah, maybe you can catch those ones.
I think so. Yeah. Thank you so much, Reuben. We really appreciate you.
Thanks.
And thank you for your time. You had to leave a shoot to come for this.
Thank you.
And I feel honored that you could do that for us.
Thank you. Karibu sana.
And My dear people, thank you for another opportunity. This is Dr. Zipio Koth on the Power Narrative Podcast. Keep it here and subscribe to all our social media pages and our YouTube channel. Every Monday at 11 a.m., we bring you a new episode. And so, thank you and bye.